Yeah.
All right. I break it down into 7 categories of enrichment. The reason I do this is it's easier for me because I have this brain that functions this way. But when I work with facilities, they do calendars of enrichment, and it's easier. They don't want to always be offering dietary or always offering social. So we break it down this way so that people can identify what kind of enrichment they've got. And we'll go through each of the categories. If you've got thoughts, ideas, please share them with us, because one of the things that's important is we're not all doing the same thing. And don't go, well, if I'm doing that, everybody else must be doing it. Maybe not, and it might be this great idea. So that's why we're here. Social enrichment. Birds are flock animals, okay? They're meant to be in flocks. The flock may be small, the flock may be very large, but they're flock animals. Unless you've got, hawks. Any rehabbers? I'm serious. No? If you've got, like birds of prey, they're kind of onesies and twosies mostly, or small family groupings. But for the most part, our birds are in large flocks in the wild. You gotta hang around with your parrot. Spend time with them. And the thing is, build it into your schedule. We're all scheduled to the gills, right? We've got 40,000 things we got to get done on Tuesday, and be here, be there. I'm on the road all the time. I'm not home. I've got my job. I've got my kids. I've got my... It goes on. Hang out with your parent. Make that time. It's good for you, and it's good for them. And when I say hang out with your parent, that doesn't mean this.
Thank you.
Okay? This is not quality time. For some of them it is. Let them initiate. Let them come to you. It's like, they live in your house, they're with you all the time, they know who you are, so they're familiar. But maybe they don't want that whole snuggly thing. If you look at birds in the wild, they'll huddle together for warmth. They'll huddle together for safety. But the whole snuggly thing, get a kid.
Thank you.
That's why they bite you, because they've had enough.
Thank you, Nikki. Sometimes that's why they bite you, because they've had enough.
My
Yes.
cockatoo could never get enough.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a
You
minute.
can't say no. Cockatoos have to have feathers.
I'm not going to accept that. Were you not here for the big giant generalization statement? I can be like this with Linda because I know her really well. Her daughter described us as the perpetual motion balls that do this. You can't say not all. There are cockatoos out there that do not want to be snuggled.
They're not well socialized.
Oh, no. It's not that they're not well socialized. I don't have all night to argue this with you, but I will.
My cockatoo can't get enough.
That's cool. Your cockatoo can't get it. There are people that don't want to be cuddled. I mean, think about it, or the other thing is, people birds that get thrust upon you. It's a personal pet peeve. If I ever meet any of you with your bird, don't hand them to me. I've never met them before. This was driven home to me 20-some years ago. I was in Key Largo at the Dolphin Research Center swimming with dolphins. And the person put it to me that when you get in the water with the dolphins, don't go swimming up to them and start touching them and stuff, because it would be like if you walked into your apartment after work and there was a stranger there, they started touching you and stuff. I don't know if it was like somebody really handsome. It might be okay. But, if there's a stranger, don't thrust your bird on them. And I know what you're saying about cockatoos.